All right. So, the contractor that I did hire from the contractor that I hired from Craigslist. Remember I talked about how I got a deep clean booking from Facebook, right? And the cleaner had cleaned, but she cleaned so quickly that I had to question the customer and asking her, how was everything? Well, I ended up using that contractor again for a Groupon deal. And didn't go too well. So I got an email after the Groupon. And let me just read you the email from what the customer said. She said, "The cleaner you sent just left my home, and I have to admit I expected better. I never paid for a professional cleaning service before, but I purchased this Groupon after it was highly recommended from a friend. My friend talked about how their cleaner did a thorough cleaning of their home and even got to the areas they never thought about cleaning. I was totally sold on the idea. I have some health issues and I'm currently unable to thoroughly clean my home myself right now. I purchased the Groupon. The appointment was for 11:30 this morning, but the cleaner arrived early, which I hadn't had a problem with. However, I paid for 3 hours worth of services, and she's gone already, having finished the job, in parentheses. I asked her to focus on my kitchen, living room, dining room, and my 2 bathrooms. While she cleaned, I noticed that she didn't actually move anything. She sprayed surfaces with items still on them, cleaning only the empty part of the service, not the whole thing. So my tables are still dirty. She claimed she has swept and mopped my floors, but again, didn't move anything. Upon first look, I thought the area was clean, but more I walk around, I'm starting to really look that a lot of the pictures of hallways and floors she cleaned have to be clean. They don't look like they've even been touched. She had ample time to thoroughly clean my home, and she didn't do that, and now I feel cheated. I know I probably should have said something while she was there, but I didn't feel comfortable confronting her. I have nothing for positive things to say about her professionalism. She was kind, courteous, and prompt. However, the cleaning is a problem for me. I truly do not feel that I've gotten my money's worth and would appreciate a refund." Now, let me tell you guys, I'm being transparent because, we all, in business, things come up. And, I have to show the ugly sides of things also. And to be honest, I had a feeling this was going to happen. And let me tell you why. From the deep clean, she cleaned so fast, like I said, I had to ask the customer. And she said everything went great. She was great. But I do know a lot of times customers will say things are great and really feel a certain way, and then will later on write a bad review. Whatever the reason they do that for. And I truly do believe that, the customer is absolutely right. She shouldn't have to confront her. She paid for a service. It should be completed properly, but also some people just aren't comfortable confronting people, and I totally understand. Some people can be very confrontational. Whether it's your first time or not, some people just will be confrontational and knowing that they did not do the service correctly. And you know what? I'm just disappointed because I seen red flags and I still continue to work with this girl. My video, everything was a success, right? But I didn't tell you guys that I had later on asked her to clean an Airbnb. And the other contractors weren't available. One girl said she was out of town, didn't want to start till next week. Another girl said that pay is too low. So I'm like, oh gosh, okay. Too low for 3 hours, $92 for 3 hours. Okay. And honestly, with the Groupon, I wasn't gaining anything. I was actually going to be out of $50 myself, but the customer bought the Groupon and I have to grant it. So she got there early, which is great, but she didn't clean properly. And when she didn't show up to that Airbnb clean, I was completely done. First off, it had been 2 hours passed by, and I had to contact you to let me know that you we're not going to be available, and sorry. I then blocked her because I don't want any messages coming and asking me, is there any jobs? Because you basically already showed me that you weren't reliable and you weren't dependable. So from there, I ended up messaging her because I had seen from when I had blocked her, when I was searching for something, the customer's address, that her Texas came up showing, I'm so sorry, can you give me another chance, etc., etc., etc. This situation. It really sucks because I did see the red flags, and she even wrote me afterwards, and she had only been there an hour. She wrote me afterwards and said, I need gas, I'm done. I'm like, you need gas? Like, any personal issues are not my problem. You're an independent contractor. Okay? You're supposed to have already had those things taken care of. Those personal issues are not mine. She said I drove 56 miles. That's why you're able to accept and decline jobs. You knew it, how far it was, because I messaged you last night what the address was. So all those different things are red flags, and I ended up sending her the funds before I had checked with the customer, moving too fast, and now I'm going to be in the negative. Possibly $200. No, possibly $150, because I'm either going to ask her if she would like me to come and clean her house next week so I can give her a proper cleaning, or I would like to offer her a free clean plus half the money back, or would she just like the option of just getting her money back? I definitely want to give her the options. That way we can be okay on our end and okay on her end. I could care less about the money. The money is not the issue for me, because I know that this all is a process, all in finding a great contractor. You know, you get times where people will say they have experience in cleaning, and you check their references, but truly, do you know if their references are real all the time? No. And to be honest, when I had seen her, and I tried not to, I told myself, like, I can't judge people in their situation. This may be a girl who can truly do a fucking good job, and desperately need this. Let me give her a chance. But how she's going so fast, now that I see that she went so fast with the clean, now I definitely know that it just didn't work out. And this is all part of business, and it sucks because, you know, a lot of people don't have money to be played with. And it's really hard because, you know, you're trying to do everything on your own. You do these things to be successful. But I just want to tell you that don't let this deter you from using Craigslist, from using Facebook, from using Indeed. You are going to get people that are just not going to be right for your business, are not going to be right for a partnership, are not going to be right to be able to work for you. It's all a process, and it really sucks because I was really counting on this, and this review even me giving her money back, a review can really be bad. A review can hurt me, but I think it's all how you handle it, and I'm going to handle it accordingly. And just want to tell you guys, you know, things happen, and you just got to keep it moving.